Sheviit Perek Hey, Mishnah Bet. Second Mishnah in the 5th chapter of Sheviit. One of the problems they had way back when, up until very recently, is storage. How do they store things? Generally, sometimes what they would do is if they had a crop, onion, vegetable, potato, I don't know if they had potatoes back then, but onions or what have you, they wanted to store them. The best way to store them was in the ground. So they would do what's called hatmana. They would bury it in the ground. The problem is on Sheviit, when you bury your fruit in the ground, it looks like you are planting. So, therefore, our Mishnah deals with how they would bury things in the ground in such a way that it wouldn't look like planting. Says the Mishnah. Hatomen et aluf b'Shviit. If you want to bury or cover, this is similar to hatmana on Shabbat, where they would do it for insulation purposes. Okay? If you want to bury or cover your luf on Sheviit, luf, the translation says, it's a plant resembling colocasia, okay, with edible leaves and roots and bearing beans. Kind of bean, I guess, okay? It's classified with onions and garlic. It's called arum. So if they would grow a ton of arum, so if you wanted to bury it in order to preserve it, so how much? Rabbi Meir omer lo yivchot misatan. You have to have at least 2 sa'ah, which is 12 kav. Ad gova shlosha tfachim. Okay, the pile should be 3 tfachim. V'tefach afar al gabav. Okay, so you want to have a significant amount. Remember, we learned with zevel when you were gathering zevel, the more zevel you had, the more manure that you collected, the better it was, because then it wouldn't look like you were fertilizing your field. Similarly here, Meir says you have to have a significant quantity of arum. Okay, you have to have a gova, 3 tfachim. The pile should be 3 tfachim high, significant amount. And then above that, you put a tefach afar, you put a tefach of dirt above it. The chachamim say no. Lo yivchot me'arba kabim, 4 kav, okay, which is a third of what Rabbi Meir said. Rabbi Meir said you have to have sa'atayim, which is 12 kav. The Chachamim say you only need 4 kav. Ad gova tefach. And it only has to be 1 tefach and not 3 tefachim. Okay, v'tefach afar al gabav. And you have to have a tefach. Again, they agree that you have a tefach on top. So the Machloket Rabbi Meir says sa'atayim, which is 12 kav, and 3 tefachim high is the pile. And the Chachamim say it's 4 kav and 1 tefach high. And they both agree, v'tomno b'makom visat adam. You do the hatmana in a place where people walk. Why? Bartiner says clearly, because then nothing will grow over it. And then nobody will have any suggestion, nobody will have any suspicion that you're planting on Sheviit. Alright, short, straightforward Mishnah. Very interesting. I didn't look at the Safra yet. One does wonder how effective the storage was in their day when they did Hatmana and how long it would last, and how they prevented bugs from getting in. It's a very interesting question. I'm sure they had to deal with that significant problem. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, email me at rspolter@gmail.com. If you have any ideas about ancient storage practices, I'd love to hear. And we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.